In this video, you're going to learn how to set up event tracking in Google Analytics and the reasons why you would want to use it. So event tracking reports appear here underneath the behavior section and the events section here in Google Analytics. And really the benefit of using event tracking is that it allows you to capture user interactions on your site which Google Analytics does not automatically capture. So some examples of this to make it really clear are tracking how many people click on a click-to-call phone number on your website. So imagine you're a local business, you have a phone number at the top. You really want to track how many people click on that because that is the main purpose of your website, to get users to click on the website so they can make an order from you. Now normally with Google Analytics we cannot track this because when they click on that phone number, it'll just open up their phone and they'll dial straight away. Now, obviously, we don't have our Google Analytics installed on their phone, so there's no way that we can really track, that they went there. And also, it's not like when they click on that link, they go to a thank you page that we could track like we normally do with goals in Google Analytics. So that's a very clear example for event tracking, and it's probably the most common use case, but there are plenty of other ones as well, such as clicking on an external link to a third-party live chat application. Again, we can't track this because it's not like they're going to another page on our website, and obviously we don't have our Google Analytics installed on this third-party tool. So that's another example. Clicks on email addresses, similarly, it's just going to open up in your email client. Video plays, again, it's not like they're leaving the page, so we can't really track that interaction. So that happens on the page. Same as podcast plays. Same for, say, if they select a color or size, we can't track that normally. Abandonment of a form field, so they don't complete anything, movement of even a mouse, scrolling down the page, or clicks to social profiles. Again, these are all examples of things you can't normally track with Google Analytics, and that is the big advantage of event tracking. So now that you understand the benefits of event tracking and use cases, how do you set it up? Well, the first step is really to copy the tracking code template. So to track an event, a snippet of code is added to the link on the site that you want to track. And when the link is clicked, this interaction is tracked and displayed as events in Google Analytics like we have seen here. So what we need to do is really give a way for Google Analytics to receive the category of that event, what type of action it was, and maybe even give a label to it so that when we look at our reports here, we can really understand what type of category event is, what type of action it was, and also the event label, like what particular product was it clicked on. So that is what we want to do, but the first step is really just copy the link, and then this code is really added to the normal link that we would have on our website. So this is a full example of it all put together here. So this is an example of a link that you would have on the back of in the back end of your website. So this is what it would look in its coded form. So we have a link to download a PDF. Now you might be thinking, can't we track downloads of PDFs by going to a thank you page? Yes, we can normally, but in this example we're saying that they just click on a link and they download the PDF straight to their computer. We don't send them to a thank you page where they can download it. So in this scenario, that's why we would be using event tracking. So what we have here is the normal link that we'd have for them to download the PDF. And then we also have this extra information that we're sending an event to Google Analytics saying they downloaded a PDF, and it was this particular PDF. And this is the text here that would appear on the website as a user reads it. They just see download PDF. They wouldn't see any of this extra information. So that's the first step, copy the tracking code template. Next step is to replace the template fields. So we want to replace the category, action, label, and potentially the value fields to describe the user's interaction with our website so that we can really see that once we open up our Google Analytics reports like this: category, action, and label. So the category, this is required. This typically is the object or group of objects that was interacted with. Could be like the video or the PDF. Then the action is the type of interaction. It could be like play or download, or in this example here, it could be things like product clicks, add to cart, remove from cart, etc. Then you have label. So this is useful for summarizing what the event is about. For example, the name of the video or the name of the PDF, or in these examples here, it's the name of the particular product. And you have the option to add a numeric value as well associated with the event, and that could be a dollar figure if you wanted to track that. So that's step 2, replace those template fields so you can really send information about the interaction to Google Analytics. Now, step number 3 is to implement the tracking code. So you need to manually add this link plus all this extra event tracking code to your website. So you'll need to log in to the back end of your website and add this code in. And this is really the full example once again. That's what it's going to look like when you code it in, or just copy and paste that. But this is all that the user will see when they click on your website. So to summarize, in this video we've looked at the 3 steps to set up event tracking, the use cases for it, and how to find the reports in Google Analytics. So what I'll do is I'll put the template for event tracking in the description of this video along with the example, so you can really take that and use it for yourself and track those user interactions in Google Analytics.